That's huge. That is a biggie. It's out of here.
Joe Biden wins the 2020 US presidential election. 2020 stars Bihar election updates. Kamala Harris's grandfather's village in Tamil Nadu roots for her victory. 2020 stars IPL updates. Sunrisers Hyderabad, the biggest game changer. November birthdays. Aishwarya, Shah Rukh, Virat celebrate their birthdays this week. And Karwa Chauth celebrations of Bollywood actresses. Hello and welcome to 2020 Stars. I'm your host Namita. So this is not only the time of festivals but elections too. On one hand, we have the US elections, the most important election of the world, and on the other hand, Bihar elections, the most important election for India. We will have an elaborated report on everything, but before we start, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, like, share and comment, and you can also watch this bulletin on timestars.com. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं हमारा आज का bulletin with US elections.
The people of this nation have spoken. They've delivered us a clear victory, a convincing victory, a victory for we the people. We've won with the most votes ever cast on a presidential ticket in the history of the nation. 74 million. Who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States.
We are so grateful to Joe and Jill for welcoming our family into theirs on this incredible journey. And to the woman most responsible for my presence here today, my mother, Shamala Gopalan Harris, who is always in our hearts. When she came here from India at the age of 19, she maybe didn't quite imagine this moment, but she believed so deeply in an America where a moment like this is possible. And so I am thinking about her and about the generations of women.
Joe Biden has defeated Donald Trump and will become the oldest and the 46th president of America. A member of the Democratic Party, Biden previously served as the 47th vice president from 2009 to 2017 and United States Senator for Delaware from 1973 to 2009. Biden's victory is a historic milestone as his running mate, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, will be the first woman, first Indian American and black to serve as vice president. Reacting to the projections on Saturday, Trump immediately accused Biden of rushing to falsely pose as the winner. So now when Trump decides to concede, nobody knows, but many of Republican supporters think the main reason of his defeat is the mishandling of the COVID situation. Americans flooded the streets in cities like New York and Washington to celebrate the win, with large crowds gathering in Times Square and near the White House to loudly mark President Trump's defeat. Two states that played a major role in Biden's win. Pennsylvania, the former vice president's victory in Pennsylvania, marks the third Rust Belt state that President Trump won in 2016, which in turn supported Biden in 2020, along with Michigan and Ohio. Since 2008, every presidential candidate to win in Pennsylvania has won the presidency. Georgia, with Georgia turning light blue from red, was most disheartening to the Trump supporters in the state and the country. The race, however, remained too close to call. Georgia hasn't voted for a Democrat for the president since Bill Clinton in 1992. Joe Biden presidency for Indian American diaspora. For the Indian diaspora in the United States, the third largest immigrant group in the country, greater expectations will also accompany that greater spotlight both in India and in the diaspora. It will increase political engagement from Indians and Indian Americans alike, as well as create new expectations for the Vice President-elect Kamala Harris to speak up on issues in India. Under Joe Biden's agenda for the Indian American community, it says, many Indian Americans are small business owners, entrepreneurs and investors. Biden will spur public-private investment through a small business opportunity plan that will fund successful state and local investment initiatives and make permanent the highly effective new markets tax credit, expand access to low-interest business loans, and eliminate barriers to technical assistance and advisory services by investing in a national network of cost-free business incubators and innovation hubs. Immigration and H-1B visas. Biden has promised to lift Trump's various free zone visas and visa policies. He has also announced that he will go further, reforming the temporary visa system as well as eliminating country quotas on green cards, a policy that has resulted in long waiting periods, sometimes longer than entire lifetimes, for Indians trying to become permanent US residents. But experts say it may not be very easy for Biden to reverse some of the approaches adopted in the last 4 years by the Trump administration. Joe Biden for India. On Saturday, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated both Biden and Harris on Twitter. As the Vice President, your contribution to strengthening Indo-US relations was critical and invaluable. I look forward to working closely together once again to take India-US relations to greater heights. To Harris, Modi wrote, "Your success is path-breaking and a matter of immense pride not just for your chitties but for all Indian Americans. I'm confident that the vibrant India-US ties will get even stronger with your support and leadership." Here's what we know about what the Biden-Harris victory might mean for the US-India relationship. Biden and Harris have both spoken out against India's human rights violation and Modi's nationalist leadership. In his agenda for Muslim American communities, Biden condemned the Modi's government's New Citizenship Act (CAA), calling the projects inconsistent with the country's long tradition of secularism and with sustaining a multi-ethnic and multi-religious democracy. Human rights in Kashmir. In public statements and policy documents, both Biden and Harris have suggested that their administration would do more than Trump to hold India to account over its actions in Kashmir. But on the other hand, in 2006, 3 years before he became the Vice President of the US, Biden announced his vision for the future of US-India relations. "My dream is that in 2020, the two closest nations in the world will be India and the United States." Now, how Biden and Harris's team follow up on their campaign commitment will be something to watch out for. But in Democrats in power, the Indian government can expect some tough statements from the Biden administration on these issues. Biden will be inaugurated as the 46th president in January 2021. इंडिया में भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट इलेक्शन चल रहा है, बिहार इलेक्शंस. Let's have a look at what we know of it so far. The voting in the Bihar Assembly election 2020 has concluded. Over the span of the last 10 days, around 7.3 crore voters braved the threat of the coronavirus pandemic to decide the fate of thousands of candidates vying for 243 seats in the Bihar Assembly as the voting for the third and final phase has closed. Here is what the exit polls are saying. The opposition Tejasvi Yadav-led opposition alliance in Bihar will win the most seats in Bihar and even cross the majority mark, with Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's National Democratic Alliance (NDA) placing a distant second. An aggregate of opinion polls predicted on Saturday after three-phase voting completed in the state. The battle in Bihar is mainly between two sides, NDA led by Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and Mahagathbandhan led by former Deputy CM and RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav. The Bihar Legislative Assembly election held to elect members to the Legislative Assembly of the state of Bihar. The election held in three phases for the total of 243 seats, the first for 71 seats on October 28th, the second for 94 seats on November 3rd, and the third for the remaining 78 on November 7th. The Bihar results will be announced on Tuesday, November 10th. Thousands miles away in India, people have started praying for her. Why? Let's have a look. After the delay and drama over the counting of votes in US presidential elections, thousands of miles away in India, villagers at the ancestral village of the Vice President-elect Kamala Harris have been praying for her win. Special prayers have been held at her village in Tamil Nadu.
நம்ம அவங்க ஜெயிச்சு வந்தாங்கன்னா நம்ம தமிழகத்துக்கு இந்தியாவுக்கு தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு
The ancestral house of Kamala Harris' diplomatic maternal grandfather P.V. Gopalan, who she has said that had great influence on her when she was a child. Harris, 56, was born in California but was often taken to India by her mother, breast cancer specialist Shyamala Gopalan, and has spoken about the positive influence of her grandfather. Posters with pictures have been put up in the village wishing her success. There was even a special puja at this temple. Kamala's recent contribution to the temple has made her more dear now. Miss Harris' aunt Dr. Sarla Gopalan said, "I'm aware of the special prayers." Miss Harris had famously referred her as Chitti in her acceptance speech. Dr. Gopalan said, "I try to go to the temple every year and pray for everyone in our family. This year I could not go because of COVID." The temple's inscription also has Kamala Harris's name engraved besides those of many other donors, acknowledging her contribution of 5,000 rupees in 2014.
तो चलिए अब देखते हैं क्या हो रहा है IPL वर्ल्ड में।
After all the twists and turns in the IPL 2020, now we are coming to an end and soon we will have the winner of the IPL. मुंबई इंडियन जो शुरू से ही कंसिस्टेंट रहे ऑलरेडी फाइनल्स में पहुंच चुके हैं। एलिमिनेटर्स में रॉयल चैलेंजर्स बैंगलोर को 6 विकेट से हराकर सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद सेकेंड क्वालिफायर में अब दिल्ली कैपिटल्स के साथ मैदान में उतरेंगे। RCB getting knocked out of the league by an underdog team was the biggest surprise of the season. After being down and nearly out with just 4 wins in 11 matches, Sunrisers Hyderabad has scripted an impressive turnaround to reach the playoffs and then to the qualifiers. SRH struggled in the first half of the tournament to find the right combination. Since then, few changes to the lineup have helped with the revival. Whoever wins the second qualifier will face the Mumbai juggernaut in the finals November 10th of IPL 2020.
इस हफ्ते किस सेलिब्रिटी ने मनाया अपना बर्थडे, आइए देखते हैं अपने सेगमेंट नवंबर बर्थडेज में।
November 1st, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. She is the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss World 1994, and has a successful acting career. She has established herself as one of the most popular and influential celebrities in India. She was honored with the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2009. ऐश्वर्या के हस्बैंड अभिषेक बच्चन ने इंस्टाग्राम पे ये पिक्चर डाल के ऐश्वर्या को विश किया। ऐश्वर्या इस साल 47 यानी 47 इयर्स की हो गई हैं। November 2nd, Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan, also known as SRK, is an actor, film producer and television personality. Referred to in the media as the Badshah of Bollywood, King of Bollywood and King Khan, he has appeared in more than 80 Hindi films and earned numerous awards, including 14 Filmfare Awards. The Government of India has awarded him the Padma Shri. In terms of audience size and income, he has been described as one of the most successful film stars in the world. शाहरुख इस साल 55 साल के हो गए हैं। शाहरुख ने अपना बर्थडे मनाया दुबई में अपने फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स के साथ। SRK पहले इंडियन बने जिन्हें बुर्ज खलीफा ने फीचर किया। बुर्ज खलीफा ने SRK को शानदार तरीके से बर्थडे विश किया।
चारों तरफ है मेरे ही चर्चे, होठों पे है बस मेरा नाम। ओए बाय चार्ली, तूने दिल के बाजे मार ले।
November 5, Virat Kohli. He is an Indian cricketer and the current captain of the Indian national team. A right-handed top-order batsman, Kohli is regarded as one of the best contemporary batsmen in the world. उनके दोस्त प्यार से उन्हें चीकू भी बुलाते हैं। बॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस और उनकी वाइफ अनुष्का शर्मा और विराट जल्द ही अपने घर में एक न्यू मेंबर को वेलकम करने को भी तैयार हैं। विराट आजकल IPL के लिए दुबई में है, इसलिए वहीं पर उन्होंने अपनी टीम और वाइफ के साथ बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट किया। विराट इस साल 32 साल के हो गए हैं। November 7th, Kamal Hassan. He's an actor, dancer, film director, screenwriter, producer, playback singer, lyricist and politician who works primarily in Tamil cinema. Hassan has also worked in Malayalam, Hindi, Telugu, Kannada and Bengali films. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1990 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. कमल हसन इस साल 65 यानी कि 65 years के हो गए हैं।
November 4th मनाया गया करवा चौथ। Let's have a look how our beloved Bollywood actresses celebrated their करवा चौथ।
सीन दियो करवार पाला चंदा अर्घ दे जो बोड़े करवार स्वागत पानी चोरे चोरे हाँ पानी दे दो।
I know 11 साल हो गए पीछे से कोई है नहीं ना, हट जाओ। इन्होंने भी फास्ट रखा।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया तेरा।
गॉड ब्लेस यू। एक बार
That's all in this bulletin. If you liked it, please take out few moments to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future bulletin. You can also watch this bulletin on timestars.com. Till next time, take care of yourself. This is your host Namita signing off.